Hey there, Riddle third graders. Welcome to another video art lesson. Today we are looking at doing some art to remember. Art to remember is that company that puts your artwork onto items. We make a drawing, a nice drawing, and they can put it on a coffee cup or a water bottle or a keychain or a notebook or a t-shirt, or just a lot of different Christmas ornaments. And it's just a neat way that parents can save and preserve student artwork. It's something that I really like to do because I have 5 kids and I like them to be a part of this sort of thing too, and we usually buy some magnets. The magnets are very inexpensive and it's something that will always last. So to do it, it has to start with an 8x10 piece of paper. Most typical paper is computer paper. Is going to be 8.5 by 11. So I do have some special paper that I'm going to give to classroom teachers, but if you are someone at home and you don't have the availability or you mess up, and you can make your own paper by taking the bigger paper and you measure with a ruler. I put my stick across the top and I measure across 8 inches and I make a mark. I go down, I measure across 8 inches and I make a mark. So I have 2 marks. Here's one mark, here's a mark. I take my ruler and it will connect that. So I hold the ruler flat, holding that ruler flat, touching both marks, and I make a line, and that line will be straight. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to cut this off. Now, I said 8x10 is what I need, so I need to go across 10 inches and make a mark at the top. I measure down, and I go across 10 inches, I make a mark, I connect both of those, and it looks like this. So I'm going to have to cut this off. And if I do that, then I will have the right size. So just a little bit smaller piece of paper. So the drawing that I've chose for 3rd grade is going to be, I'm going to draw on an art card just so it's going to be faster and easier, because my videos have to be kind of fast because it's hard to store and play and open and save when they're too large. So to do this, I'm going to start with a little curve and a big curve, something like this. This is going to be the head, and this is going to be the belly of my cardinal bird. Next, I'm going to make a beak, and make it big so that way we can see it. Don't make it really tiny. And then I'm going to make the eye, and there's a shape that goes around a cardinal's. So I'm going to make a circle for the eye, and I'm going to make a letter U inside of it, and then I'm going to make the shape inside the head here that is black. It's kind of like a mass that's on a cardinal. Next, I'm going to make the cardinal bird has 3 sort of bumps on her head, and they're like feathers that stick up. I'm going to make the back side of the head, and then I want to make a wing here. So you can always hit pause. Okay, so there's a wing, there's the back of his head. It kind of is woodpecker looking, but I'm going to make some 3 feathers right here, his tail feathers. 2, 3. All right, I'm going to make a bump and a bump for his 2 little legs. He's going to be sitting on a branch. And I'm going to make his little feet kind of curled here. So there's the cardinal bird. Next, I'm going to make a branch for him to be sitting on. Okay, so I have him sitting on a neat little branch. I want to make another branch up here, and I want it to be I'm going to make a little piece of a branch on the bottom too. I want it to be a evergreen tree. And the evergreen tree has needles, pine needles on it. Something like that. All right, I want to make his feet orange and his beak orange first, I suppose. Ooh, that's a big beak. That's okay, you know, if something isn't perfect, or it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make my bird. I'm gonna make him red. Red, 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 red. Color him in neatly here with a red. You want to make sure that you don't color in the mask around his eye, because it's black. It's supposed to be black. So I'm just going to color in what is supposed to be red first. His wings and everything, all of his feathers. I'm probably pressing a little harder on the pencil lines. And coloring a little bit lighter in the middle. Okay. Next, I'm going to jump ahead and do the branches brown. Okay. Next, I'm going to take a dark green. I'm going to make pine needles. Pine needles are just little lines, really. There's different types of pine trees. The pine tree is also what you might think of as a Christmas holiday tree. There are different types of pine trees. They're called evergreens, so it's a tree that is going to be green all year round. So there's some pine needles. I'm going to do some on the bottom too. I used to have a house with a lot of big pine trees. Okay. Next, I am going to go ahead and do some snowflakes with a dark blue. I have it snowing here. I'm going to make those fancy snowflakes. Make some large ones, some small ones. Okay, a couple more here. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of make it look a wintry, snowy sunset. I'm going to use kind of a pinkish purple color. You could use a sky blue. You could make it a sunset color. That would be all right too. If you had watercolors, you could probably use watercolor and kind of paint that background. I would probably, before I use some watercolors, I would outline everything with a black just to help create some barriers. And it's very, very important that we get your names on the back of these. Your first name, your last name. Okay, so now I am ready for some black. And I'm going to make the eyes. outline the bird, his little feet, little belly. I'm going to outline his tail feathers. I'm going to make those tail feathers a little bit longer. And then his wing. And then on his wing, we're going to make a couple more feathers. So on that wing, I want to make some little feathers first. There are 3 little feathers, and then a couple longer feathers on that wing. Okay, that looks pretty good. And there's my cardinal bird. You could put some more wind or mix some more colors in that background. What if I put some yellow? It's going to brighten it up a little bit. And then I could even do a little bit of a blue too. Kind of darkens it on it. Anyways, there's my cardinal bird. I look forward to seeing yours. Make sure that you have your first name, your last name on the back, your teacher's name, your grade, because I'm going to have to put a special sticker on the back in the corner before I mail it off to that company. So those are some things that I need. Best of luck.